Hello everyone, welcome to Crochet by Stitching Hearts. Today in this video we will learn about making a slip knot and also making a foundation chain to start your crochet project. So whenever you want to learn about crochet, you're supposed to first learn about making a slip knot and making a foundation chain. So on top of the foundation chain you are supposed to build up your project. So for this we will be using a crochet hook and a yarn. So today I will be using about 3.75 millimeter of a crochet hook and a yarn. So whenever you choose the crochet hook for your yarn, you're supposed to consider the thickness. The more thick of a yarn you use, you need to relatively use a thicker crochet hook. So first we will learn about making a slip knot. So we have a yarn here, so we will take the shorter end of the yarn like this and the longer end of the yarn, and then wrap it around the shorter end on the finger, and then pull the longer end of the yarn and into the loop like this. So once you insert, you need to pull the shorter end of the yarn like this, and then you insert now the crochet hook into the hole, and then you pull the longer side of the yarn like this. So yes, you have a knot here. So this is the first process of making a slip knot. We will also looking into the second and the third process. So here we are untwisting our yarn from the previous slip knot like this. So you will take you will take this certain end of the yarn and wrap it around your finger, and then twist around the longer end of the yarn into the hole. It's quite difficult to understand, I guess, but it is completely similar process like we did earlier. You're always to pull the shorter end of the yarn, and once you insert a hook, and you are supposed to pull the longer end of the yarn. So we have the third process. So in this process we are taking the shorter end of the yarn in our palm and wrapping around the longer end and making a crisscross like this. Yes, and now you insert your crochet hook into the shorter end line, the shorter end crisscross like this, and then you pull the the longer end of a yarn like this. Yes, and then to make it more easier, you are pulling out everything out of your finger, and now you are supposed to pull the smaller yarn, and you are supposed to catch the yarn like that, and yes, you are supposed to pull the longer yarn and make a knot. So here we have a next slip knot process. It is quite easier than the two process we did earlier, but I guess it's all about the practice and all about the way you make a slip knot. You can also come up with your own way of making a slip knot. It's not that of a difficult process. So now we will learn about making a foundation chain. So I have made a slip knot and I have inserted hook and pulled out the longer end, and I have a knot here. So I will start making a chain. So for now we'll just watch how I do it, and after we look into the idea of making a foundation chain, we will do it on our own. So here you can see how I make a foundation chain. Also, once you practice on making a slip knot and making a foundation chain, you are supposed to practice with the way you hold your yarn in the hand, the way you wrap around your yarn, and the way you hold the crochet hook. It's all about the combination of holding a crochet hook and wrapping around the yarn and in your hand. So once you get hold of that, you will quickly learn the process. You can see this is the foundation chain we were talking about. Sometimes it's difficult even for the expert crochet person to crochet. Like, it depends on the type of the yarn and the hook you use, but once you learn, it will be easier for you as well. So now we will see how to make a foundation chain in a slower version. So you can see I wrap around the yarn and I took my crochet hook, and this is a similar of starting with the slip knot. So here you can see I just need to wrap around my crochet hook around the yarn, and I'll be pulling that yarn outside of the hole like this. So you have a chain. So wrapping around the crochet hook in the yarn and pulling it out of the chain. So again, wrapping around the crochet hook on the yarn and pulling it out of the hole. You have a chain here. It's like this very easy process once you do it, like practice it. So it's like wrapping around, like twisting your yarn hook and wrapping around the yarn and then pulling that yarn outside of that hole. So you have a chain here. So while you do it, it might be difficult for you to pull the yarn outside of the hole sometime. So try to do it with making the process like more with the loosening the chain. I mean, whenever you pull out the yarn, you don't tighten it, so it might be difficult for you to follow in the next step. So whenever you pull your yarn, make it a bit looser like this. So you pull, wrap around and pull, wrap around and pull. Yeah, this is how we do make a foundation chain, and this is how it looks. Sometimes it might we might make a mistake in the middle or something, but it's like a very easier process to start with. So today we learned about making a slip knot and making a foundation chain for our crochet projects. So in the next video we will be learning about how to make a single crochet, double crochet, half double crochet. So see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.